Assalamu alaikum, I am Dr. Laraib Kamal working as Manager Academics and Quality Assurance at CMH LMC and IOD. I did my Master in Health Professions Education from Shifa Tamer Millat University. Today, I am presenting on the topic Integration of Medical Curriculum. The organization of teaching matter to interrelate or unify subjects frequently taught in separate academic courses or departments. In simple words, integration implies that concepts in a topic or organ system that are similar, overlapping, or redundant are merged into a single teaching session, in which subject-based demarcations are removed. Think for a while, why do we need to integrate disciplines? Because students should learn like doctor and think like doctor. Human beings are complex organisms whose separate systems are linked intricately within the body and modified greatly by external influences. We need to teach in ways that reflect this complexity and that stimulate students to synthesize information across disciplines. There are two types of integration. Horizontal integration, when integration takes place among the subjects being taught in the same phase. For example, we integrate first-year subjects like anatomy with physiology. Vertical integration, when integration takes place among the subjects taught across in different phases. For example, when we integrate first-year subjects like physiology with final-year subjects. As you can see in this diagram, when we integrate first-year subjects like anatomy with physiology, it's horizontal integration, and when we integrate first-year subject with fourth or final-year subjects like physiology with general medicine. Can avoid redundancy. Promote contextual learning. Meaningful and relevant learning. Correlation of contents between basic and clinical sciences. Better retention. Promotes faculty communication. Other advantages are: help students see interconnections between discrete pieces of knowledge and content. Provide an avenue for deeper learning as students and faculty are provided with different perspectives. Facilitate deeper understanding between academics and promoting the exploration of different disciplines. Help students understand integrated designs so they can focus on critical evaluative and creative thinking aspects of learning. Disadvantages of integration are it requires extensive planning and resources. Assurance of content coverage. Require repeatedly students' motivation. How we can integrate curriculum. First step is: decide on a conceptual design framework. Create a vision of the learners at the end of the process. Decide what goals, questions, and criteria to use. Develop assessments to match the content and fit into the end vision of the learners. Decide on how to deliver or implement the curriculum. Reflect, evaluate, and revise using the collaborative process. The integration ladder by Hardin argues that curricular integration can be viewed as a ladder, with discipline-based teaching, isolation, at the bottom of the ladder, and full integration, transdisciplinary teaching, at the top. As you can see in this figure, the integration ladder has 11 steps from subject-based to integrated teaching and learning. In the first 4 steps on the ladder, the subjects or disciplines are emphasized. Moving up the ladder, the following 6 steps emphasize integration across several disciplines. In the final step, the student takes more responsibility for the integration and is given the tools to do so. Step 1 is isolation or fragmentation. Departments or subject specialists organize their teaching without consideration of other subjects or disciplines. Each discipline looks, from the perspective of their own discipline, at the curriculum content in terms of areas to be covered, depth of coverage, sequence and timing. This isolation approach may be found in the traditional medical curriculum, with blocks of time allocated to the individual disciplines. Students attend a lecture on anatomy, and then move on to a lecture in physiology, with neither lecturer being aware of what was covered in the other lecture. Step 2 is awareness. As with isolation, the teaching is subject-based. However, some mechanisms are in place whereby the teacher, in one subject, is made aware of what is covered in other subjects in the curriculum. This can be achieved through appropriate documentation and communication about the aims and objectives of each course, and the content and topics covered in lectures and other teaching sessions. Lecture notes or handouts may be circulated to other course teachers, as well as to students. Step 3 is harmonization or consultation. In harmonization, teachers responsible for different courses or different parts of the same course consult each other and communicate about their courses. The consultation process takes place through informal discussions between teachers, or through more formal curriculum planning committees and meetings. The consultation may involve individual teachers or groups of teachers. The process of consultation may be overseen by a member of staff who has some overall responsibility for the curriculum and who has facilitation or organization of discussions between teachers from different subjects. Step 4 is nesting in fusion. Content drawn from different subjects in the curriculum may be used to enrich the teaching of one subject. The term infusion has also been applied to this stage of integration where teachers analyze the separate subjects' goals and identify ways in which these generic skills can be refined into existing subjects. Step 5. Temporal coordination or parallel teaching. In this, each subject remains responsible for its own teaching program. The timing of the teaching of topics within a subject, however, is done in consultation with other disciplines. The timetable is adjusted so that topics within the subjects or disciplines which are related are scheduled at the same time. Similar topics are taught on the same day or week while remaining part of a subject-based teaching program. Students study the concepts of the different subjects separately and are left themselves to uncover the relationships. This approach has been described also as parallel or concurrent teaching. Step 6. Sharing or joint teaching. Two disciplines may agree to plan and jointly implement a teaching program. The shared planning and teaching takes place in two disciplines in which overlapping concepts or ideas emerge as organizing elements. The two disciplines, which come together to offer such a program, are usually complementary subjects, and the joint course produced emphasizes shared concepts, skills, and attitudes. The focus of the course is usually in these shared elements. The impetus for shared programs often comes from the subjects, or departments themselves, through the identification of common areas of teaching, or the need to include a new topic in the curriculum. The departments appreciate that together they can teach the subject better, more effectively, and more efficiently than either could alone. Step 7 is correlation, in which an integrated teaching session may be introduced in addition to subject-based teaching. Step 8 is complementary programming, often related to a theme or topic to which several disciplines can contribute. Step 9 is multidisciplinary, in which themes are identified, sometimes related to an area in which practical decisions need to be made, other times when the subject matter transcends subject boundaries. These themes or problems are viewed through a multidisciplinary lens, even though the disciplines maintain their own identity and understanding of the problem. Step 10 is interdisciplinary, in which there is further development of the commonalities across disciplines. Step 11 is transdisciplinary, in which the curriculum focuses on the learner's process of constructing meaning from information and experience. Improved patient care. integrated curriculum promotes a holistic understanding of patient health, considering all aspects of their well-being. Interdisciplinary collaboration. Students learn to work in teams and develop effective communication skills, reflecting the real-world healthcare environment. Enhanced critical thinking. Integration encourages students to apply knowledge from various disciplines to solve complex medical problems. Efficient use of resources. Integrated curriculum reduces redundancy and allows for more efficient use of teaching resources. Resistance to change. Traditional educational models may face resistance from faculty members, who may be comfortable with discipline-specific teaching methods. Curriculum overload. Integrating multiple disciplines requires careful planning to avoid overwhelming students with an excessive amount of content. Standardization of assessments. Developing assessment tools that accurately measure students' understanding of integrated concepts can be challenging. Faculty development. Provide training and support for faculty members to familiarize them with integrated teaching methods. Curriculum design. Develop a well-structured curriculum that seamlessly integrates content from various disciplines while ensuring balance and continuity. Interprofessional collaboration. Encourage collaboration between different healthcare professions to foster a team-based approach to education. Active learning methods. Utilize problem-based learning, case studies, and simulation exercises to engage students and promote interdisciplinary thinking. Actions for integrated curriculum are well-defined areas of intersection in content areas or mutual interests for possible integration. Clear parameters of performance and agreed-upon expectations. Clear and concise language that does not contain disciplinary jargon. Graphics or pictures, etc. that enhance the sharing of ideas with colleagues, students and administrators. Common and agreed-upon ways of assessing students. Understanding and respect for colleagues' knowledge of their content area. Administrative support for common planning time to explore goals, develop courses, and help in resolving administrative or political barriers. When we compare SPICE's model with traditional approach. In SPICE's students-centered teaching is used means students takes more responsibility of learning. Problem-based learning based on problem solving to develop a usable body of integrated and problem solving. Integrated curricular integration is the organization of teaching matter to interrelated subjects taught in different academic courses or departments. Community-based learning, though this relates more to medical education than chiropractic education. Elective with a core gives students the opportunity to select subjects or projects of their own choosing. Systematic curricular program is designed for all students so that the experiences for their training are therefore covered. In tradition approach, teacher-centered approach is used. Teacher is the key figure. Emphasis is on formal lecture or laboratory. Information gathering learning that stresses the acquisition of facts, concepts, and principles. Discipline-based curricula centers around focus on classical course work, such as anatomy or physiology, with clinical care coming later in the program. Hospital-based learning focuses teaching within the main teaching hospital, while community-based education allows students to receive their training in community setting. Uniform electives standard program. All the courses have been prescribed and all students must pass through them with little chance to find subjects of their own choosing. Apprenticeships approach. This involves apprenticeship training where a student trainee would be bonded to a master and acquire skills by working for him.